People would rather be comfortable in misery than push themselves into happiness. It's a pattern you just see everywhere, where people would so much rather sit and lament their situation and go, oh, well, nothing to do. That's how it is forever.
They seem to enjoy feeling that way in a weird kind of paradigm. Like, obviously depression exists and that's a real thing, but it shouldn't be to this level of societal depression that every single fucking person has.
There's a level of, you have to at least try. You have to surround yourself with positive influences and not just let this shit take over, you know?
Optimism, it is underrated.
You can have a much better life if you just find raw motivation. And it's obviously not that easy. You can't just say it and it happens. But you can be a person who goes to work a job that you're not a fan of, but then goes home and still has a half of a day, which is a long fucking time, to do anything you want to achieve. Work on any project, set up any event, go for any life goal.
Even beyond that, like, if you're not happy at work, that's completely valid, but you have the ability and, you know, the human nature, the thing that makes us distinguishable from beast, to make something of your career. Like, that's not an impossible dream to have from
Do
work,
something about
well, you have so much time in a day. You really do. Most people do. They don't realize they do. But if you optimize it and have a good attitude and good outlook and a vision for the future, you can work towards it and accept, yeah, it sucks now, but this is what's going to make it better. And there are things that people just don't want to sacrifice. No, I can't do that. You know, it's going to stress me out. But then do something that doesn't stress you out to work towards that. You know, you take these small baby steps to improve your life, but it's the baby steps that scare away a lot of people, and they'd rather just sit around and go, no, this sucks and will always suck forever, and it's what's going to be my life, you know? And I just don't get that.
The solution's not going to fall into your lap.
Way too many people just struggle with what Albert Camus called the burden of being.
We are very out of touch.
This isn't about us. There are people who work miserable jobs who still enjoy their lives.
This is a real story. I speak from this place because I experienced this exact thing. When I worked at a software company that made me a code monkey, which meant 8 straight hours of staring at a screen and inputting other people's designs as lines of code bit by bit tediously, it made me want to kill myself. It was a horrible, terrible job that I did not like. It was extremely unfulfilling and whatever. But I still, after every goddamn workday, went home and worked on YouTube, worked on my streams, made content. I sacrificed stuff. I sacrificed the relaxation after work. There were occasional weekends where instead of going out on dates or going with my friends, I would stay at home and work on it because it was important to me. And it's part of what got me to where I am now. I have been in that scenario of my job is soul crushing. What do I do? And most people, not everyone, there's exceptions, but most people have a circumstance that they can manipulate to work for them. You accept the bad, you accept their suffering. There's necessary steps like I need a job, I need income, but you can still create and work on yourself and move forward with that in the vast majority of cases. It's all on you.
The first step of that is believing that you can. If you're immediately going into the situation with a I hope the asteroid wipes us out mentality, then you're doomed. You won't be able to do anything with that kind of mentality.
If you're already talking like that and there's even an ounce of you that believes it unsarcastically, that's it. You're done. You can't think like that ever. You can joke about it, but if you ever actually believe it to a degree, you got to fix that. That's step one.
Step one is you need to disassociate from these online forums like that, where it's just Debbie Downer attitudes. Like, you wouldn't go to Incels IS, like an incel forum, to get like woman advice, right? Because what the fuck are they gonna tell you? They're just gonna tell you kill yourself. Women aren't worth it. Well, that's not a good community to hang out in, right? Like, shut the fucking tab. Like, talk to different people. Talk to somebody who's actually like, fun and not always telling you, yeah, man, everything is bad. It isn't. It'll be fine. Take a deep breath.
If you have people in your life that don't push you forward, stop associating with them in any way. If they are not actively moving you in a good direction, they're not worth your time. Don't try to change them. Don't try to force it. Just find a better group. Trust me, you'll be much happier in every way.
Or probably just leave online communities and just focus on the real world if you're that deeply unhappy. Like, the internet's probably not a great place to be if you're deeply unhappy. I truly do believe that everyone out there can lead and live a happy life. Like, it is so within your realm of achieving. Everyone. I don't like the senseless negativity where it just becomes debilitating. That kind of negativity where you don't leave yourself any room to improve.
Yeah, have some energy, for God's sake. What is this fucking lie down and rot, whiny, defeatist bullshit? Fucking grow a pair. Grab life by the balls. Have some agency.